So a new project, also with the empty activity, and I'll call it my activities. And the basic, and you press finish. Okay. So first, my idea here I'm going to show here the system Y. So I'm just going to have a button here that will show a second screen, a second activity. Okay. So I'm going to pick up a button here, put the constraint for it, okay. And just like we learned, the text should not be hard-coded. We should put on the string file. So let's open the string file and put the text for the button. So it's on values, string XML, and let's define there string name will be go to second, and the text will be go to second. Now, back on the layout, I'm going to change the text here to be this go to second. Now I want to put the behavior on it, so I need the ID. So I'm going to call it go to second button. Will be my ID of the button. So Now on the code, I'm going to create the button here. Go to second button. Then we're going to do the find view ID. Now when the user clicks, goes to this function on click. Now we want, when the user clicks, to show a second activity. In order to create another activity, it's needed to do three things. We need to create another Java class, also create another layout, and also put here on the manifest the new activity. Okay? But we have a little wizard that will help us out to do that. You do all these three things first. Okay? So to do that, file, new, and here's here activity, empty activity. So file, new, activity, empty activity.
Yes. But I have no idea why they share the same activity name.
No, it's another one. It's just the same name.
No, they have the same thing.
But you have no the calculator. You put on PP2 here. You didn't create another project. You need to create another project. No, you create another project. File, new project. And put another name.
Yes, I should do that.
Yeah, but it says here the path C is not writable. This is a new location.
So I should enter bold. Okay. Finish.
Okay.
And after these steps. Yes, we still share the same. No, but we still share the same. After which was everything. You will see them.
Maybe you should close everything and try
I've
just
already
open.
done this. You still share the same. I all will have to do is just
It's because you put everything on the same folder. So they think it's everything is one application. You should have different folder for different projects.
different folder for different.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
So here you create a new empty activity and it says the name, I call it second activity, and I want to generate a layout file. If not, you will not generate an XML for me. I will keep the same package name, same Java, and I will not check the launch activity. What's a launch activity? Is the activity that gets launched when you first start the application. Okay. So finish. Now it creates for me the second activity class, Java class. It creates also a new XML for me. And also on the manifest, it creates here a new activity. Okay? So all these three things happened when I create a new activity. File, new, activity, and activity. Okay, now you change the name. So in order for you to create a new activity, is just go here, file, new, activity, empty activity. Okay. So now I want, when I click here on the button, to go to the second activity. Okay. How do I do that? We have intents that I talk a little bit about on last class. What's an intent? An intent kind of holds the intention of something, a message to something. In this case, for you to move from one activity to the other. Okay, you can use also to get like GPS coordinates, to get the camera information, stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to create an intent. In order to create an intent, we need first the ability to create this intent. Who has the ability? An activity has this ability. A context has this ability. Okay, so we are going to say main activity dot this. Okay, so we have the context that can create another activity, can move on to another activity. And now we need to say what's going to be created, what's going to be called. In this case is the second activity dot class. Okay, this package context, you don't type it, okay? It's just a hint from the software, okay? It's not just for you to type, okay? Just type main activity.this. And then we say to the application to start the activity with this intent. Okay. Now, if we test this code, Okay, my computers have every time this trouble. I don't know if yours have also. So I need to go to modular, Gradle, and change to 33. One thing that's not good about Android is that they keep updating the SDK and also the Android Studio. So if you don't keep on the latest version, sometimes you have a lot of mistakes, like myself and some computers here, because don't have the latest version. So now we have here, go to second. If we press go to second, it goes to another activity, another screen. Okay? But what if we want to go back? Or we should place here a button to go back? Normally no. Okay? Android, the custom of Android is not to have a back button, but to use the system back. So we press the back, it goes to the back from the first one. Okay? Now on the second, let's go to a third screen, okay, third activity, okay. But first, instead of us using, you have here title. And it's the same one on all of them. We can change that, okay. We could say here, set title, and put the title that we want here, okay. So we could put like main activity. So if I press play now, my first activity has main activity. When I go to the second, it changes to the application name, okay? But one thing that we already learned is what? We should not have hard-coded strings. It should be all on the string file. So let's take this out and put on the string file. So we go here on the string file, and you create a new string. String name, main activity, title. Yes. Are you connected to the internet? I think you will not be able to download the things that you need to create the project. What made a typo here? Let's put the activity title. And now on the main activity, instead of have this hard coded, I'll have get string r dot string dot main activity title. And now on the second, I'll also do the same. You put on the string file. Second activity title. Second activity.
Because these computers are kind of like mine. They change something. Yes, just very curious. Yes. No. If you want, you can.
Okay, now on the second one, I also want to change the title. So set title, get string, r dot string dot second active title. Okay. So go to second, so now second activity, back to the main activity, okay? Now I want to have a third activity, okay? So let's create another activity. The same principle, file, new, activity, empty activity. Then you choose the name, third activity, and finish. So now on the second, I'm going to have also a button to change. So I'm going to put a button. The text will be go to third. Go to third. Since I didn't put this on the string file, it appears here as one warning. So we should solve that. So fix. Apparently for me it's not working, the fix button. So I'm going to put on the string file by myself. The string name go to third. So back on the layout, I'm going to select it here, go to third. And I'm going to change also the ID of the button, go to third button. Refactor. And now we need to put the behavior. So when you press go to third, go to the third screen. Okay? Yes. Here you on resources you have values string file. And you can create the string here. For example, I'm going to create one for the title of the third activity. So I'm going to create string.
When I click to value the strings, I'm going to the main activity, not the second activity.
No, it's one for everyone. Here, click here. Yes.
So I put the rest of here.
Yes.
Okay.
It's one for everyone.
One for everyone.
Yes.
you need to have the same ID. The idea of not finding this ID here. Here you don't have
I'll call it third activity. Title. Third activity. So on the third activity, I just will set the title. Get string r dot string dot third activity title. And now we want to put on the second activity the code for us to move from the second activity to the third one. So we have the other button, go to third button, the ID. We need to declare the button here. Go to third button. Find view by ID r.id. Go to third button and you have the same code, intent and you should second activity dot this, and now we need to go to the third activity dot class. Then you say start activity with this intent. Now if we check this out, so on the first one, go to the second, go to third. One thing that happens about the views, the activities, what? They are kind of like stacks. Okay, one just put on top of the pile. So if I press back from the third, I go to the second because the third got out. If I press back again, I go to the first. Okay, so it's kind of like a stack. Okay, keep piling up. Okay, you can change the stack like order. Okay, in programming if you need. Okay. Also, I did here different. If you see set on click listener, you see view and this arrow operator and open bracket and bracket. Okay, you see that's different from what we did here with the new view on click listener. Okay, this was introduced in Java 8, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it's the same thing. It's just say I receive a view, is view a property, and it goes to this onClick here, the function that I need to implement on this interface. Okay, so it's more, the code gets more cleaner. So that's normal nowadays. We do more like this, not the other way.
we don't need to change a new
No,
You on.
no, you just need to do this. Okay. It's the same thing, but on different ways to do it on Java. Okay. Yes. This one here. No, first you create the activity, then we can call it to change between activities. Okay. Okay. Now I want on the main activity to have here one edit text. I want to send information from this text to the second one.
I'm sorry, I don't understand how you do part.
This part here.
Yes.
This is a new programming convention that came from Java, I think 8, if I'm not mistaken, that you have facilitate how to implement interface. Here you will implement the interface just like the old way. We say we are create a new view that implements on-click listener, that implements on-click. This is the only function that implements here. And receive what this function receives? A view. What's the only information that we need here? The view and the body of this function. That's exactly what it does here. It receives a view and declares the body function. It's just a way to, instead of have all that code, you have, and you use this special operator here, the arrow operator.
How do you create it?
What?
How do you make it appear?
Make it disappear?
How do you make it appear?
No, this time probably you start typing. Like view, and it appears just like this. Okay? Now I want to send information from the first one to the second. Okay? So I'm going to put here on the first one edit text here. Okay? Going to put the constraints. I will not customize it, change the text or anything else, okay? Just have no text, okay? I just call it edit text. Perfect, okay? So I want to type information here and get on the second one. Okay? You could think that you could, for example, declare here on the second activity the edit text and get information for the text. Okay? But one thing that happens on Android, you only have access to the views that belongs to the activity. So if you try to access from here on the second activity to the edit text that's on the main activity, it will give you an error. Okay? So you cannot do that. I cannot go here on the second activity, declare, and try to get the information from here because it belongs to another activity. And it may not exist on the second one. So we need another way to pass the information. We have a lot of different ways to do that. Okay, here we are on the main activity. But what we must need is, here we can get the information from the edit text. So we can we can get the edit text. And here we can get the information. But we need some form for us to pass the information to the second activity. We have a lot of ways to do this. Okay? We could put this information on this intent here and then get it from on the second one. We could save the information on disk and then on the second one load from disk. You could put this on the user preference and then on the second pick up from the user preference. Okay? And we could use a singleton. And we are going to use a singleton. Why is that? Because later on the project, on the exercise, you're probably going to need a singleton. So I want to show you today the singleton. What's a singleton? It's a special type of class. I'm going to create one now. So I'm going to do file, new, Java class. And I'm going to call it singleton. And what's the idea of the singleton? Java allows a class to be used many times. That's one of the good ideas of a class that you can create. Like I can create another main activity. I can reuse this class. The idea of the singleton is to have a class that's only created once and live through the whole application, and everyone has access to it. So everything that I put on the singleton, everyone can access. So for example, if I save the information from the edit text on the singleton, I have there the edit text, the information. I can access from the activity, from the second, from the third, and so on. Everyone can access it, can modify, and can do stuff with it. Okay, so that's the idea of the singleton. For that to work, you need some it has to have a static final private singleton instance that creates a new singleton. And that's the only time that the singleton is going to be called, going to be created. Also, I'm going to have a private constructor. Why is private constructor? So it can only be called inside this function. That means created once and only once during the whole application. Okay, but everything is private here. How do I use it? You need a method. Public singleton get instance. Return instance. So now every variable that I put it here will be available to everyone. For example, now I want to put my information from this edit text to be available to everyone. How do I do that? I put a string here. And then when I save it here, I can access from other places. Okay? So I can have here a public string message, for example. And now, on the main activity, I can say, put this information here on the singleton. How do I do that? Let me just, this singleton also should be static, okay? So I can access without having an instance. Now I can have the singleton, call the get instance, and put it here as the message. So I'm saving the information from the edtxt on the singleton. And one good thing about the singleton is that everyone can access. For example, the second one, I can for example, instead of having the title, I'll have this message, for example. So I'll get also the singleton get instance message. And also can change it here also if I want. So I could type stuff here, call title. When I move to the second, it appears here. So I can change information between activities. Yes. The singleton or main activity? This one?
So after let's say with in the switch column, we just like
Yeah. And you can share information between your applications.
And what's the static?
The static mean it's a static method. For example, if you create this variable static, it only be created once. So it's static. It means, for example, if I create a static variable inside this function, means if I run it again, it will still have the value from before. For example, if I have like here, static int num equals 0. Yeah, why is not making static? But static means that it's only created once. So, for example, here I have a static singleton. So it can be called without the instance this time. The second time it will work, but will not create a new one. It uses the older one. So we kind of like you create the singleton once, and it's not being recreated. So that's why I can put here the message, and everyone can access, can change it, because they will not change the singleton itself. They will change the message only. Okay? Yeah, then you need also to get the find view ID. Have you created on the yeah. Yes. Oh, you created on the first one. That's why you should put this code on the negative, not the second one. The first one. Yes. Yes. What maybe get the singleton? And put the information of this upstream, just auxiliary variable. Okay? But we need an ID, we need a layout, we need this on the layout. Not on the scene, just so you have text. Yeah, but go to touch. How do you write that? Go back there on the post. Okay, you write for go to second.
Can I take a picture of the main activity, please?
Yes, sure.
From the beginning.
It's kind of like this.
This one is okay. Can we do this?
This is a singleton.
No, just the main activity because I don't have all the main activity.
You want the XML?
No, the code of the main activity. Voilà.
No, main activity is just this.
Ah, it's just this.
Yes, you have second activity as well,
Just this.
and the third activity, this.
Ah, okay.
Okay?
I thought it was a lot.
No,
Okay.
not yet. Now I want to do something else. When the user is here on the second activity, when he press back, we could change the behavior. For example, put a dialogue. See if he really wants to go back or not. So we'll do that. So I can override, since I did the on create, I also have on back pressed. So when the user press the back button, it goes back. Normally the function for you to close the activity is the finish method, okay? If you call finish, it will close the application. You close the activity, okay? If it's less one on the stack, it will close the application. I just want to show one more thing, okay? Then I'm going to pass the exercise. Is what? How to use images, okay? I'm going to get an image from this one here, I think was okay. I'm going to save the image. One thing about images that you should be careful using on Android is what? The name of the image. You should not have special characters, accents, and any kind of thing. So I just call it Rick. Okay. And then I'm going to put on my project. Okay, we can put here on drawbles. So I'm going to drag and drop here to the drawble. Then say to move to the drawble. Refactor, and here is my image here. Now when I go to the activity main and pick up an image view, it gives me the option of put my image here, okay? In this case, Rich. But it's kind of like too big. Let's make it smaller, like 300 dp by 300 dp. Let's do 200.
Can you do how to import the
Yes, I can. Let's do with another one. Okay, let's put a second image on my project. Okay, let's put. Let's put this one. So I call this Marty. Okay. And just drag and drop to the drawable folder. Okay. Then it's going to ask about where to put it. You're going to put on the drawable and save refactor, and there appear the image.
I'm trying to see it doesn't work. So all the formats should be JPG.
JPG, WebP, PNG works. GIF, I think, doesn't work. BMP works. So I have here my image. Okay. You put the image view, drag and drop, and it's going to ask for the which image is going to be placed. It will appear like this, and you can choose. Okay. Yes. How is different? You have uppercase. You should not have uppercase. So factor, name, small. Okay. Oh. And you should have this one on the now you need to choose the size and take the video right now. Falava? Yeah, you put, you have here the source content. Over here. Now what I want to do, I want to go to the second. I'll have here a checkbox that will change between the images, okay? And then if I go back to the first one, the image will be the other one, okay? So I'm going to, yes? What? JPEG normally works, but you cannot have uppercase, special characters, minus, you cannot have on the name of the file. Then you have accents. Okay? You cannot have any special characters. Right, all back, that's it.
Because normally you need to put it here, because you don't know how to call this the new JPEG format it doesn't work. Yeah, because JPEG normally works. This is not the format, this is not exactly the format.
Okay. And what you asked to do?
No, I'm going to do it. Okay, now I'm going to go to the second. And I'm going to put here a switch, just for you to see a switch. Okay. Yeah. It's the same principle between switch, toggle button, checkbox. Okay. The idea will be switch 1. So on the second activity, I'm going to declare switch 1. Why you can put switch? Because switch is already a word on Java. So this is one of the worst name they could put for widget, because it's already using variable. And now we're going to do switch 1 receives find view by ID r.id.switch 1. And then I'm going to save the information about the switch on my singleton. So we're going to have here public boolean switch image equals false. Now the second activity, I want to do what? When you use back, I want to save the information about the switch on the singleton. So I know this information on the first one. So I'm going to get on the singleton, switch message receives switch get No. And I get the value from switch, if it's checked or not.
What is
The switch is
switch image?
is a boolean on the singleton. Okay?
String file. This packet content cycle. Kind of like this. The line top and line
It's creating a variable switch image.
okay. And why there's no value here?
Where is no value? Here is a value, it's an empty string.
it's a screen that is empty.
Yeah,
It needs to be to get from something.
yeah, exactly. Yes.
Could you show me your main activity, your second activity, Java? Your code from the second activity?
Yes.
Show me.
Okay.
Okay. And
Yes.
What is the switch used for?
What?
What is this switch used for? Used for what?
The useful come to now. The idea is what? Is I'm going to go to the second. If the switch is on, it's going to keep the same image. If it's off, you're going to change the image. Okay, just for you to see how you could change image in the code. So the idea is just to, when you get back, it could change the image. How we do that? On the main activity, on resume. Why on resume? Because we on the first one, we got to the second. When you got back to the first one, the activity is already created. So cannot do on the creation. We need to do on the resume because it's appeared again. Then we're going to do image view, image view, image view equals find view by id, r.id dot image view. If singleton get instance sweet image, image view set image double r dot double dot weak. Since it's on the double folder, you're going to ask for the double one. So now we have Rick and Morty here. Go to second. We are going to switch and show the other image. Okay?